Hello Libra, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Libra, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energies. With all that being said, Libra, let's get started. How does Libra currently view, okay, this relationship? Let's see what's going on, Libra. We have the Knight, okay. We have the Knight of Swords, we have the Hermit, and then we also have the King of Swords. I don't feel like this is your energy, but let's talk. I do see you receiving unexpected communication here from this person in particular, but for whatever reason, it's like this person's under the impression that you don't want to talk to them. I'm not entirely sure why I'm getting that for this person, but I feel like this person's like under the impression that you don't want to like hear from them ever again or see them ever again. And they might say that when they reach out to you, like, hey, like, I know I'm probably the last person that you even want to hear from, but like, can we talk? Like, it has that type of feel to it. I'm very curious to see how you're going to feel about all of this. It just kind of looks like you went a while without speaking to this person. Yeah, maybe you decided to go no contact. That's definitely a possibility, but I don't know. Something happened here between the two of you that created distance and a lack of communication here. Could have been a breakup, could have been a falling out, whatever have you. But it kind of looks like after this falling out and or breakup occurred here between the two of you, you haven't extended yourself to this person whatsoever. But we do see this person, you know, extending themselves to you. Let's look a little bit more into how this person's currently viewing their relationship with you. How does this person currently view? Well, whoever this person is, it's somebody who, yes, wants to talk to you, but it's also somebody who does have a lot of feelings for you still. It's kind of what I'm getting. Yeah, a lot of distance with that Three of Wands energy. A lot of distance and a lack of communication. I don't feel like this person likes that there's so much distance between the two of you. They also don't like that there is a lack of communication between you and them. They also don't like that either, but kind of looks like this person's deciding, okay, to extend themselves to you. There's a huge possibility that you might turn around and just like block them or not text them back or even call them back. And the reason why I'm saying that is because they feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. Like if they were to reach out to you, you're probably not going to text them back. You're probably not going to call them back. You know, so it's one of those things where it's like they're hoping that they'll get a response from you, but they highly doubt that they will. Like it has that type of feel to it. How does Libra feel about all of this? And how is Libra going to feel about all of this? We have the Nine of Wands, okay? We have the Six of Pentacles, and then we also have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you're trying to figure out like why this person's even calling you and or texting you, what it is that this person essentially wants, especially because this is somebody that you went a while without, you know, seeing and or speaking to. A lot of you feel like the reason why this person's back is because they want to fix and repair things with you, but you're not entirely sure, which is kind of making me feel like they're texting you and they're probably saying something along the lines of, hey, it's me. I know I'm probably the last person that you want to speak to, but can we please talk? You know, like it has that type of feel to it. So they're probably not going to tell you the real reason, you know, why they're contacting you, you know, up front. You know, they might just say something along the lines of, hey, it's me. I know you probably, you know, don't even want to fucking hear from me right now, but listen, like, can we talk, please? You know, let's see. How does this person currently feel? I do feel like it's going to take a while before this person actually gets a response from you, especially with the Page of Wands to the Knight of Pentacles. That's like the epitome of waiting a little while to get like a call back or a text back, but I am definitely getting that they will get a call back and or a text back from you. It's just gonna take a minute. So it might take you a few hours, you know, or a day or two to get back to this person, but I am definitely getting that you will eventually get back to this person. Let's see why this person's back. Let's look at the Knight of Swords. Because we know this is somebody who hates that there's, you know, a lack of communication between the two of you, as well as distance between the two of you. We know that this person has feelings for you still. So that's pretty much all we know. We just don't know why they're contacting you. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords. Okay, so we have the Tower. Okay. I am getting, after this tower moment occurred here between the two of you, a lot of you may have thought that you were never going to hear from this person ever again. Oh, okay. We do have the Page of Cups out here right next to the Tower. So that's kind of telling me that you will find yourself receiving an apology, you know, from this person in regards to like the role that they essentially played in this Tower moment here between the two of you, okay? So we do see this person wanting to apologize to you. Like they're gonna say something along the lines of, hey, listen, like, you know, I just want you to know that I'm really sorry. You know what I mean? For everything that I put you through. You didn't deserve this from me. You didn't deserve that from me. You know, I shouldn't have treated you this way. I shouldn't have treated you that way. So, okay. So it kind of looks like they're just kind of making it seem like, oh, like I'm just here to like apologize, nothing more, nothing less, because that's kind of like the impression that I'm kind of getting here. Tell me more about the King of Cups, please. Okay, we have the Devil. We also have the 7. Yeah, this person, well, damn. We have the 7 of Cups to the Devil out here, and we also have the Tower. I mean, the Devil and the Tower are linked together, so every time you see the Devil, you're going to eventually get the Tower, vice versa. But that's kind of telling me that the reason why this person feels like they highly doubt they're going to get a response from you is because of everything that they put you through. Because we're talking about more than one thing that this person has essentially put you through. This is the epitome of letting someone down over and over and over again, or lying to somebody over and over and over and over and over again. So they know, you know, that they made plenty of poor decisions within this dynamic here between the two of you is what I'm gathering. They know they messed up, in other words. So this is kind of what has this person essentially feeling like, yeah, they're probably not going to text me back, and they're probably not going to call me back, but fuck it, I'm going to call them, and I'm going to text them, and, you know, whatever happens, happens, you know? Okay. It's acting as a double confirmation that this person knows that they messed up. They've been reflecting a lot on their behavior, okay? Their behavior. Like they know that they're dead wrong, you know, for the way that they spoke to you, treated you, did you, you know, things of that nature. And they do have a lot of regret. You know, that's one thing that I will say. They don't necessarily feel you deserved, you know, everything that they essentially put you through. Okay, so again, so far, all we're really getting is, hey, I'm just, listen, Libra, listen, I just been thinking, and listen, I was wrong. You know, I was wrong. I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have did that. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. Like they're just kind of making it seem like that's the only real reason why they're back. We don't really see them pushing for a reconciliation though. Of course, that could very well change, but let's keep going. Who do I want to look at? What actions will Libra take towards this person or moving forward? Okay. We have the 4 of Pentacles. We also have the Death card. And then we also have the... Yeah. I feel like you're refusing to allow yourself to like go there ever again with this person. Like I feel like the moment this person resurfaces back up here for you, it's going to bring up a lot of, you know, old emotions back up to the surface. You know, I am definitely getting that. But it's like you refuse. You absolutely refuse to allow yourself to ever go there ever again with this person. It's as if you feel like you have to like really choose yourself, you know, over this person is what I'm gathering. Okay. Well, with the King of Cups out here to the Queen of Cups, I think it's safe to say, right, that they still have a lot of love for you and you still have a lot of love for them. You know, the love is totally here. I mean, and it shows, right? But even though you still have a lot of love for this person, you might even still be in love with this person, because I feel like this one over here is still definitely in love with you. You just kind of feel like you can't really allow your heart to call the shots, basically. You know what I mean? So even though your heart might tell you, just forgive them, you know? We're all human. We make mistakes. We fuck up. Just take them back. You know what I mean? It's like your mind's like, no. Okay? No, we're not doing this. We're sticking by this decision, and we are moving on with our lives, you know? And that's kind of what I see you doing. What actions? Ooh. I feel like this person's gonna break down. Yeah, I mean, with the Three of Swords, right next to that not Ten of Swords, with that Three of Swords right next to that tower, this person's gonna end up breaking down. Like, they're gonna break down crying, is basically what I'm saying. Let's see why. do, 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 do. You know, I feel like they've been trying to, like, hold it in. You know what I mean? God, how do I explain this? Like, I feel like this person has been hurting since this ending occurred here between the two of you. And I feel like they've just been trying to, like, you know, hold back the tears, you know? They've just been holding it in, you know? And I feel like it's going to finally come out where they're going to, like, break down, you know, and start crying. Tell me more about the Three of Swords to the Tower. I feel like you're telling them something that they don't want to hear. And this is what's going to cause this person to break down. And, you know, if I had to take a wild guess, I mean, we do have the Four of Pentacles to the Death card and the Queen of Cups. So that's kind of, you know, that's kind of telling me that you're sticking by this decision, you know, of yours. Okay. Yeah. So it just, okay. So it kind of looks like they're going to be on some, yo, I'm just calling you because I'm sorry. And I just thought, you know, you should know that I'm sorry. And I know that I fucked up. And I shouldn't have treated you this way. And I shouldn't have treated you that way. And I was wrong for this. And, you know, I was wrong for that. And I think that this person's going to eventually squeeze in somewhere that they do want to fix things with you and that they do want to repair things with you. But I do see you accepting this person's apology without a shadow of a doubt. You will definitely accept this person's apology. But as far as accepting them back, I just don't see you doing that. And I think that that's good, you know, that's what's going to cause this person, unfortunately, to, you know, break down. And in tears is kind of what I'm getting. It's because of what you're telling them, you know. You know, this person sees that, you know, you're very determined, man, to move forward and move on with your life and never, you know, revisit this, you know, ever again. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Cups. We do have the Five of Cups, but that came out in the reverse. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. We also have the Knight of Cups. And then we also have the Four of Wands. Even though you're telling this person something that they obviously don't want to hear, which is that you're done with them and you're moving on with your life and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. I just feel like this person is still going to try to, like, convince you in giving them another chance, you know. This person might even go as far as to say something along the lines of, like, I know that, you know, you gave me many chances and I let you down every single time, and I understand why you would be on the fence about giving me another chance, but I promise you I'm not gonna mess up this time around. Let's look at the hold on 1 second, let me find. Okay, let's look at the Knight of Cups, shall we? Come on. It's like I rarely ever use this deck, so it's like super stiff. Jesus. Okay, let's look at the Knight of Cups real quick. Okay, we have the Moon. Hammer with the Knight of Cups. Okay. Before I open my mouth, let me just confirm one more thing. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Tell me more about the Knight of Cups. Okay. Here's the thing. If you were to essentially take this person back, they might find themselves walking a fine line for like a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 if you get lucky. But it's only a matter of time before this person does something to hurt you, upset you, and or disappoint you. So although all this may sound, I can't take this, I'm not going to take this away from them. When this person tells you, yo, I promise, like, I'm going to do whatever to make this work. I promise I'm not going to let you down. When they're conveying all of this to you, it is technically speaking coming from a very genuine and sincere place. So are they just telling you all of this because it sounds nice? No, like they're saying all of this to you because they legit, like, they mean what they're saying, right? That, you know, they don't want to hurt you again. They don't want to disappoint you again. They don't want to let you down again. So, yeah, it's technically, it is coming from a very genuine and sincere place. The Knight of Cups is in the upright. I do have to give it to them. However, I do see this person eventually doing something. Like if you were to give them another chance, I do see them eventually doing something later on down, you know, the line. You know, this is like the epitome of doing something that they know is going to bring problems to this marriage and a relationship and deciding to do it anyways, and fingers crossed I don't get caught. And it could have a lot to do with like something that this person's like addicted to. Like, so who knows? Maybe this person is an alcoholic. I don't know. You know what I mean? And they're over here telling, I promise I'm never going to pick up another drink ever again. They might be good for, you know, the first 3 to 6 months or something like that. But there's going to come a point in time where they're going to pick up that drink. You know what I mean? Like, so it could just be something that this person's addicted to. That's definitely a possibility. Or, you know, it could be something else that they know, you know, is going to bother you, you know, and or upset you, because there's something about like you feeling like great, you know, now I'm dealing with this again. Now I'm dealing with that again. They told me they were never going to do this to me again, or they said they were never going to do that again, but here we are. They're back at it. You know what I mean? I knew that this would happen. You know, I knew that this person will let me down and disappoint me eventually. Like, so it's tricky because I'm not going to sit here and say that this person's BSing you when they say like, yo, like, I promise, you know, I'm not going to hurt you and or disappoint you. Like, all of this is coming from a very genuine and sincere place. I just kind of feel like 6 months down the line, there's going to come a point in time where they're going to mess up. They're going to slip up. And it's this, right? It's just this energy right here. It's like they know, right, deep down inside, that they shouldn't go off and do X, Y, and Z because it's going to create problems, right? So there's a level of hesitancy when it comes down to them doing something that they know is going to cause problems within this marriage and a relationship with you. But then they're choosing to say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to do it. Fingers crossed, Libra never finds out. So I think that I can't take that from them. I can't, you know, I got to give it to them. It's in their energy. I got to give it to them. I think that it's one of those things where it's like, are they planning on fucking up 6 months from now? No, absolutely not. You know what I mean? But are they going to fuck up 6 months from now? Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So it's like, do you really want to go through all that? You know what I mean? I think that, you know, as far as how you plan on moving forward, you know, it's going to prevent you from going through things you clearly don't want to go through. And whatever it is, it's something very repetitive. It's something that they just continue to do over and over and over again. Do you really want to go through that? Probably not. You know what I mean? Like, probably not. If this is like an addiction that this person, you know, has, I mean, addictions are, I don't know if you've ever been addicted to anything before, but I mean, an addiction is very, very hard to break. You know what I mean? It really is. It's not that you want to run back to the addiction. It's just addiction is calling you back. You know what I mean? And then you eventually give in, you know, it's just, so whatever it is that this person is going to end up doing, and like I said, it could have a lot to do with an addiction. They're not doing it in the name of let me hurt Libra. You know, they're doing it because they're addicted. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you've never been addicted, I mean, it's kind of hard to, like, you know, I guess relate then, you know what I mean? Not to justify their actions and or behavior or anything like that, but I mean, that's what I will tell you. Like, as far as like them messing up in the near, not in the near future, because I'm not getting it's going to be in the near future, like 6 months down the line, a year down the line, you know what I mean? Like, it's not stemming from a place of let me do this because I know it's going to hurt Libra, because I want to hurt Libra and I want to piss them off. It's kind of stemming from a place of I'm addicted. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of coming from that place. It's not coming from a place to hurt you or anything like that, because they don't want to hurt you. I just kind of feel like whatever it is that they do, it's something that's like hard to like break. It feels like a habit is what it is. It's something that's very, very hard to break. And it's something that tends to like bother you and, you know, upset you and annoy you and frustrate you. So it's like, you know, so then there's that, Libra. But I do see you sticking to your, you know, decision as far as walking away from this entire situation is concerned. So then there's that. But that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.